quite interesting project already. And let's have a quick look before we go heavy lifting. Right, which one should I try? There's one thing. Okay, I always find it kind of difficult after this. Right, this. Okay, what do you think this picture? Isn't this nice?
This person, the statixist.com.
Yeah,
This is the one that generates random faces, is it?
Oh, you know that, yeah. So this
It's fake. I think
person
it's
does not
using
exist.
GAN, I think.
GAN, yeah.
They,
That's another interesting topic. I wanted to cover it today, but it's nearly too important and too heavy, so I'll probably move it to the next session. Yeah, so our they generate in here is based on their training data, and actually that kind of person doesn't exist, at least in their database.
I don't know how sure they can be about that part, but yeah.
Yeah, at least in their database. Right? That's what I said. Right. And this is kind of my one of favorite project, but there are actually more things as well. Let's see. What they're doing is, okay, create images from text. Oh, fantastic. All right, I have armchair in the shape of an avocado. This is our generated one. It didn't exist at the beginning. And say a storefront that has the word OpenAI written on it. All right. So that actually doesn't exist, but it looks kind of perfect, isn't it? Yeah, so I like this. And
it's really cool, yeah.
yeah, pretty cool. And actually, I don't know if it's fair to say, but most of machine learning or cool machine learning is nearly about the image processing. So that's kind of the majority at the moment, but I won't say that's all about it. So,
Yeah, machine learning pisses off a lot of computer vision professors, you know that. So computer vision used to be like a real big deal. It's about like how you manipulate the pixels and like use these sliding windows to basically recognize people and track people. But what happened over the time, machine learning came in, and now people are not interested in all that. They just take a lot of images, train the algorithm model, and just predict everything.
Yeah. Well, predict everything is like maybe close to 80-90%, but still it's pretty good, isn't it?
Super cool, yeah.
Yeah, I really wanna do some small project with G if you're interested. Well, we can.
No, I'd love to.
Mm.
I saw a really cool project, Nari. I think you might have heard like, okay, so there was this really cool project in machine learning where what they did was they took two images where people are like, those images were like the same people, but visually you can't recognize them. Okay. But what they did was they took all these images and then converted it into some different format, let's say, in different dimension, measure like two-dimensional data. So they encode those images into a different dimension, let's say latent space. And when they did the similarity between these two images, basically similarity was like the distance in the latent space between two images. So the closer they are, the same person they are, like they realized that these two images that people see, but are okay, two images of the same people, but you can't see them visually. You can do it using machine learning. And they expanded this idea into the audios, where they used it to recommend people more similar kind of music using this technique, where like you hear two music might be a bit different, but underlying beats might be the same. So they basically encode all the data into a latent space and then train the machine learning model to recommend you more and more kind of music, which was super cool idea. Like they didn't have any label data that this music is from, let's say, John, like the label data is like, this song is from this genre, They didn't have all that. It was like probably the really good example of unsupervised learning.
Yeah, and actually it's a little bit of concern part as well. The machines are nearly too good and they can see the patterns. Let's say if you're typing something, then it's just the imagination from this book. Anyways, this author made a kind of fiction in there, small fiction, and he said once the machine become very, very intelligent, then we don't even have to say I'm Nari, I'm Shin, or I'm like Asim. They will just know who we are because of the speed of the typing, how many typos we make, and so on and so. I know it's slightly different topic, Yash, but like, yeah, they can
That's
find
cool. Yeah.
parents, yeah. And I thought it's nearly too good. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
it would never be late, like, with that technology. I would always be on time, even though I'm sleeping. You know,
Yeah, the other day I
machine
talked.
yes can talk.
It yeah, develops too quick. Anyways, thanks guys.